Well, I think life is pretty. I don't think it's so awful. I mean, I don't think you should expect anything to go well. I think the only thing you have coming to you after you're born, the only thing you have really coming to you is death. That's the only thing that you're owed.
You're owed.
And the rest of it is whatever you get lucky enough to dodge the buses that can hit you and stuff, you know.
Right.
But I think the world the way it is better than it could be. I think that you know, there's war and there's murder, but there's not as much as there could be. Really. There could be so much more. Like when I see a crowd of people like at Disneyland or something, I'm like, how are they not killing each other all the time? Like, how are there not like 50 murders every day at Disneyland? Just people with knives just going, could you just move? You know, just little, just... When I hear like a man was murdered, I'm like, sure he was. You know, people get...
There's no horror, there's no, oh my God, a man was murdered.
I'm upset for him, blah, blah, his family, but I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I was, once I saw a homeless guy at a bus stop, and he looked really wretched, and there was a woman next to him with a purse, and in my head I was saying to him, murder her, what are you, just murder her and take the money. You're homeless. Life is kicking you in the balls every day. Start murdering and eating well. Like, why wouldn't you do that?
Sounds very reasonable when you say it.
This week is testing week at schools.
I hear a lot about that. Yep.
Yeah, so they're in 3 days of extensive standardized testing.
Mm-hmm. And what are the consequences of the standardized testing?
Well, the way I understand it, if a school's kids don't test well, they burn the school down. So it's pretty high pressure.
A lot of pressure on the kids.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the tests are written by people that nobody knows who they are. It's very secretive. Mm-hmm. And the questions are, because they have to prepare for these tests for a long time. A lot of the year is about the tests.
Teaching for the test.
Teaching to the test, they call it, because they decided there's a new way kids should think, and we're going to prove they're thinking it by having them pass these tests, or we burn the school down. So, anyway, my kids kind of panic when they're in these, you know, which is okay. You know, my mother was a math teacher, and she taught me that moment where you go, I don't know what this is when you panic. That means you're about to figure it out. That means you've let go of what you know, and you're about to grab onto a new thing.
That's great.
That you didn't know yet. So I'm there for them in those moments, and I go, come on, just look at the problem. And then I look at the problems, and it's like, you know, Bill has 3 goldfish. He buys 2 more. How many dogs live in London? Or something like that. So,
wow. That's crazy. Well, you better notify the fire department.
That's right.
New York is such a part of your show.
Yeah, I love it.
And the way you depict New York, you must go crazy for this town.
I do, because there's all sides of the spectrum here, you know. Sometimes you're with I have children here, too, so sometimes you're in a park and there's pigeons, and then there's an old lady masturbating or whatever. And I'm saying that's one side of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Well, you know how it is when you're looking at pigeons.
Yeah. They're pretty erotic.
Worked up.
Well, she fed all her bread to them, and there was nothing left, so she started to masturbate for them. She's doing it for the pigeons.
Okay.
All right, I'm sorry. Part of it was I wanted to cut out the middleman. That's an exciting idea. Yeah. I make a show, I literally output it on my MacBook, and you watched it on your iPad. That was exciting to me.
Yeah, sure.
But here's the thing. When you cut out the middleman, you deal with the customers directly.
Are you really dealing with the customers?
Well, I don't. I mean, I read some of the emails I get. And like one guy wrote to me after I was on the air for 3 weeks, and he said, I'm still on the fence about trying your show. I don't know if I want to spend the $5. So can you write me an email and try to convince me to watch your show? And I'm like, you know, take your $5 and shove it up your ass. Like, I just got mad. Because...
Dancing is a terrible career choice. You like watching it, but you think it's a terrible career choice.
It's the worst available career choice.
What are you talking about?
It's a massive amount of dedication followed by giving up. That's what they all have to give up. Because
what are you talking
there's
about?
like 3 dance jobs on the planet Earth. And there's no second tier. Like any other, even a musician, even being a musician, and on there, what are you doing? Don't be a musician. That's a stupid thing to do for a living. But if it doesn't work out the way you want it, you can look at these. You've got these guys here. These guys. Okay.
What are you talking about?
No.
Louis.
No, just to be clear, what I'm saying.
You know these guys.
What I'm saying is that if you're a dancer, and you're the greatest dancer ever. Nobody gives a shit, first of all. I mean, because everybody dances. And then how many millionaire dancers are there?
I don't know.
You can dance for like 2 seconds at your peak. You got to give up. You know, I mean, stripping, you can strip, but you don't need to go to Alvin Ailey to learn to do that.
Yeah.
That's a good career choice.
Right.
Being a stripper.
And sometimes people ask me for pictures, and I don't like doing it. What? No, why not? Well, I know you're just supposed to. You're supposed to go, oh, well, you know, the fans, but I just go, no, I don't want to do it. Right. So it just makes me uncomfortable. Yeah. But one time, like, so I always try to be nice how I say no. I go, oh, you know, but thank you, you know, okay. So I was coming out of a restaurant once, and these 2 women are standing there, and I hear them say, picture. So I go, oh, no, I'm sorry. I just don't like doing that. Right. I hope that's okay. Yeah, and they're like, okay. And I said, what's your name, though? And she's like, Janet. And I go, hi, Janet, I'm Louis, hi. Hey, guys, I'm sorry, but thank you. Yeah. And then I walk away, and then I see the 2 women give their camera to some guy to take their picture. Yeah.
With each other.
And so... Well, that's not right. No. And... So I look at this story from their point of view. They want a picture of themselves, and they go to a random stranger, could you take our picture first? Oh, you know, I just don't like doing that. I'm really sorry, but what's your name? What a creep. What a gross creep.
Something very wrong. Once
really
again,
wrong
it's all
that.
your fault. Sure.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
But I was watching Schindler's List, and this moment happened that it just stuck with me. It's a scene where all the Jews are being thrown out of Warsaw, and it's very sad. And they're going down the street, and there's these Polish people that aren't Jewish watching them leave. Right. And one of them is a little girl, and she's about 7 years old, and she's on a mailbox, and she's very cute, and she's yelling, "Goodbye, Jews! Goodbye, Jews!" And this really left an impression on me, and probably on the Jews that she was yelling at, too. Because I think it's real. I think
a very
that happened.
powerful moment, yeah.
Yes, and I think it probably really happened, and somebody told Spielberg about that, and he was like, we're doing that in the movie. So he made that scene, which means he had to find a little girl to play that little girl. He had to find a little cute girl who could yell, "Goodbye, Jews!" at grown-ups. Right. And that's a really... And I know how movies are made, so I know somewhere there's a tape of like 50 little girls all trying really hard, trying to get the "Goodbye, Jews" part. Right. And they're all adorable.
They're adorable. Or some of them aren't so good at it.
Yeah, because there's no kid actors that are like, you know, Sean Penn, can I work from within? They're all adorable. They're all cute.
Right.
There's a tape somewhere of little girls. Hi, my name is Anne Marie, and I'm with William Morris. Goodbye, Jews. Goodbye, Jews. Anne Marie, we need a little more anger. Oh, I'm sorry. Goodbye, Jews. Okay, next. And there's another girl. Goodbye, Jews. Okay, next. And then comes the girl who's amazing, and her mother has prepared her for months. She knows how to walk in the room. Hi, my name is Louise, and I am really happy to meet you. The sun'll come out tomorrow. We just need the line, actually. Oh, I'm sorry. Goodbye, Jews! Goodbye, Jews! Yeah. And there's a new thing, the cloud. They want you to go to the cloud. And they're selling it as a great idea. You don't need your stuff, just give it to us and we'll keep it on the cloud. It's fine, you don't have to, and you're like, really, but those are my pictures and we'll keep it on the cloud. You pay a little rent to have it up on the cloud. And the way they're gonna talk you into this is that you get to have a smaller device, because you don't need to keep the stuff on it. You understand? Right. That's why, okay, like this, somebody gave me this iPhone. This is what an iPhone is right now, okay? Now, it's gonna, when they tell you you want to keep it on the cloud, they're gonna say, this is the iPhone now. The next iPhone is just gonna be this. It's just gonna be this, and it's just gonna be this thing, because you need this to store all your movies and stuff on. But you're just gonna have this, and you just rub and go, ooh, I want to see Tom Cruise, and Tom Cruise will be all around your face, and then you want to see, you know, Selma Hayek, and then you take it and you that's how it's gonna work.
I'll give you $10,000 for that thing right now.
Some parents really struggle with, like, all the other kids have the terrible thing, so my kid has to. Yeah, let your kid go and be a better example to the kids. She doesn't, just because the other stupid kids have phones doesn't mean that, okay, well, my kid has to be stupid, otherwise she'll feel weird.
Right.
You know, I think these things are toxic. I don't think especially for kids. It's just this thing. It's bad. And
Right.
they don't look at people when they talk to them, and they don't build the empathy. You know, kids are mean, and it's because they're trying it out. They look at a kid and they go, "You're fat." And then they see the kid's face scrunch up and they go, "Ooh, that doesn't feel good to make a person do that."
Right.
But they got to start with doing the mean thing. But when they write "you're fat," then they just go, that was fun. I like that." So
That tasted good.
Let me ask you a question, and it's specifically about breakfast. I have this conversation with my son, who is 10, who is, I guess, right between the ages
Yes.
of your daughters. And it goes like this. Well, what would you like for breakfast? Well, I'm not hungry. Well, yeah, but let's just say you were. How about bacon? No. How about eggs? No. Pancakes? No. And so we go through every imaginable form of consumable human food, none of which interests the kid. And then, so now we go back and we start over. And it's clear that he has decided on his side he's going to say no to everything I come up with. But yet, they have to eat.
Yes, they do, but why?
What do you do at
Why
that
are you
point?
asking him what he wants? I mean, you're asking him to decide where everything's headed. And look, I know why you're asking. I get it. But the thing is, you're saying if he doesn't decide what he wants, he won't eat.
So I'm already
That's
behind
crazy.
the 8 ball.
That's never going to be his.
So with your girls, you just put the food in front of them.
I go, "Here's what we're having."
Here's what we're
I
having.
don't want that. And I go, "All right, what do you want then?"
Well, how are your children doing? Are they all right? How are they?
My kids are good.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, they can't. On paper, they're great. They're two little white girls in America.
Right, right.
I mean, what?
Yeah.
Sometimes I look at it that way. I look at them, I'm like, you can't say anything.
Yeah.
You're doing awesome.
Right.
Just boilerplate, great lives. I gave my daughter medicine the other day, and it was bubblegum flavored, so that she'll take it.
Bubblegum flavored medicine?
Yeah, you get me like Tylenol, it's bubblegum flavored.
Oh, it's not methadone or anything. It's
No, it's bubblegum flavored. I give her, she's got a fever, Tylenol, bubblegum flavor, and she goes, "Ew." I'm like, "You, ew." You can't say ew. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I guess
It's medicine.
it's medicine, right, exactly.
It's medicine. Most children don't have medicine.
Right.
Most children in the world, when they get sick, they die on a rock with a bear eating them. That's how they handle it.
Right.
And, oh, he's got a sniffle, ring the bear bell and put him outside, whatever they do. You're a little white girl in America. You wear clothes made by children your age professionally. You don't get to say ew about your bubblegum medicine.
I never heard of bubblegum medicine.
Well,
You got the holidays coming up. Are you doing any plans?
no,
you seem like a very holiday guy.
Look, and
Yeah.
I just want to say I'm not trying to say that if you're white, you can't complain.
Right.
I'm just saying that if you're black, you get to complain more.
Right.
Because you can't. There you go.
Don't tell the band that. Yeah.
Do you feel that we now, in the 21st century, we take technology for granted?
Well, yeah, because now we live in an amazing, amazing world, and it's wasted on the crappiest generation of just spoiled idiots that don't care, because this is what people are like now. They got their phone, and they're like, it won't. Give it a second. It's going to space. Can you give it a second to get back from space? Is the speed of light too slow for you? Yeah. I was on an airplane, and there was internet, high-speed internet.
the airplane. That's
Yes.
the newest thing that I know exists. And I'm sitting on the plane, and they go, open up your laptop. You can go on the internet. And it's fast, and I'm watching YouTube clips. I'm in an airplane. And then it breaks down. And they apologize. The internet's not working. The guy next to me goes, this is bull. Like how quickly the world owes him something
Yes.
he knew existed only 10 seconds ago.
Right. Right.
And on planes,
I know you know, and I know you've told your kids, honesty is its own reward.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Well, here's the thing to me about lying is that I don't think you should do it, but I get it. That's how I feel about it. I get it.
Right.
Because kids lie because they're in trouble. You know, if you're in trouble as a kid, it's too much. You can't take it.
You're worried.
You know, yeah, kids don't lie for some weird Machiavellian, you know, they're not like, you know what my teacher said about you? It's interesting. You know, they're not trying to start something.
No.
It's because somebody was like, did you take the chocolate? And they're terrified.
Yeah.
Terrified.
Yeah.
If you're in trouble, you don't care. You're a grown up. You just go, oh, sorry, right?
Well, again, I've been in trouble and that didn't work. And I tried it. I said it just like that. Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry.